The vision of the colors of black, white come from the cones in our eyes. As light enters through the eye, it hits the lens, reflecting onto the retina. On the retina are rods and cones. The rods send information to the brain to indicate the color of the object you are seeing. The cones provide a black and white image. Through this black and white image, the brain is able to decipher light and dark and see the depth in images. The brain searches for the contrast between the background in the order to identify the shapes that it is perceiving. This allows the brain to perceive movement or change of color that is perceived in movement. When the clear sheet is dragged across the bottom image, a change in the display of the certain black lines will cause the Pac-Man to open and close its mouth. According to the scientific journal by Grossman, spatial attention to given stationary location allows for any change, however sight to be suspiciously perceived as motion. Our optical illusion focuses on the concept since we have two different cooperative competitive 2D models mechanisms overlapping one another to lead to bistable motion percepts, or in other words, two positive perceptual outcomes. Visual movement can be thought of as a change in brightness or luminescence over space and time. A dot jumping from one position to another can be perceived as motion. The visual system is able to deal with brief gaps in stimuli. Filling in those gaps when needed. Visual recognition involves two stages: bottom-up input of perceptual information and top-down memory phase, in which the perceptual information is matched with an object stored representation. The perception stage takes place in right medial occipital temporal region of the brain, and the memory phase occurs in the posterior part of the rostral medial frontal cortex. When the image is blocked or interrupted, our brain is able to fill in these gaps, tricking us to thinking that movement continuous, when really there is no continuation underneath the interruptions. The grid is a very important part of the illusion to take place because the frames, the grids have to fit perfectly with the lines on the picture in order to give the illusion of movement. In this following example, this is a grid not suitable for the T-Rex. So it'll start flipping out and start wiggling, and it'll even show up with three legs.